So some have asked about what are the structure or the template of the intervention. Actually, there's no template for the intervention, but there's a classic structure that we usually use. We start with the thank you chair because we are talking to the chair, and then the chair gives the floor to you, and then if you deliver the group intervention, you might mention that you speak on behalf of the region or the group of member states. And then you may thank or appreciate the secretariat. And then it comes to the preamble or the rationale that you would like to deliver the intervention, and then the key point or the main structure, the main content of the intervention, plus the talking point and the supporting evidence, and then thank you, Chair. But I make the light gray font for these two parts because as we have very limited time on only for Thai delegate, we agree that we will make only 2-minute intervention. So we can skip this part. Dr. Suvit used to deliver the intervention at the executive board, that as he was the first, as it was the first time that Thai delegate take the floor. So what he did that he expressed the umbrella of appreciation, that okay, this is the appreciation to all the hard work of the secretariat, and then after this Thailand would not say appreciation or thank to the secretariat, and then meaning that later on our intervention can jump into the main content, but that might be the EB context. Anyway, if we have the limited time, you may consider skipping these two parts. This is a the PowerPoint by Professor Shunritai, which quite interesting that this is the flow of the intervention. You start with thank you, Chair, and then you need to find, you need to express the key message so that other people would understand or get to the point. For example, for this intervention, the key message is that we really need to walk our talk, and then come up with what are the talking points. First, prioritization. Second, USC is the best mechanism. Third, strategic purchasing. And then the last one is a good governance. So this is the point that people can understand and follow the key message, the first key message that you already mentioned, and followed by the supporting information. That, for example, that what are the importance of the USC and how it had been implement or work within the region. And then you may have another key message in case that agenda might have the draft decision or resolution, whether Thailand supports the draft decision or resolution. So you can see that within this 200 word limit, we have only 2 key messages. This is another example on the agenda 12.5 on access to excessive technology. The key message is that Thailand fully supports the resolution. This is the first key message. And then we emphasize key issue to ensure the success of implementing this resolution. So this is the key message of this intervention. Then what are the talking point? The talking point is that we have to shift our paradigm, and then we need adequate evidence, and we need real effective coverage. So people can understand what do you mean by the success of implementing the resolution? And then you may provide supporting information of that. Okay, this might be similar to that one. So when you deliver the intervention, you have to follow up closely to the progress of the agenda items or documents. As I mentioned yesterday, that sometimes they have the conference paper uploaded during the meeting. So you have to understand what are the new information that we might have, what are the updated one, so that we understand the dynamic of the agenda and can revise our intervention appropriately. And then you have to listen carefully and take note of the interventions made by other member states, because sometimes the flow of agenda that there's someone who support that issue and someone against that issue. So we can see the environment of that agenda, especially when we attend the Bridge A at Palais de Naissance. Sometime during the meeting, there's a drafting group. So if we understand who is who of that agenda, we can during the drafting group, you will see who are the supporter, who are the one who against this, and then where we are, which side of that debate, and then who can be our alliance. So this is the important point that we need to take note during the meeting. And timing of the intervention is also crucial. Apart from the deliver our intervention within the 2 minutes that the Thai delegates already agree. The sequence of the speaker is also important, especially if there is a regional one voice or the group statement made by the region, and we will have to support that statement, meaning that regional one voice has to come first, and then the member state supporting that statement would deliver that intervention later. And another good practice is that after you have your intervention, especially the final version, you have to practice or you mock your intervention. As Dr. Suvet and Dr. Meg has mentioned, that sometimes you have to pause to get attention. Sometimes you have to raise your voice so that people can understand that, okay, this is the important part of your intervention. Another important thing is that you have to monitor time spent. That should be within the 2 minutes limit. For Thai delegate, we set at 200 words. But as Dr. Suvet mentioned, that we can prepare only 160 or 180, so that we can have more time to manage the flow of the intervention. Meaning that we have to cut the important sentence or paragraph, for example, the preamble part. And when you deliver intervention, the tone of your voice is also important. And Haruka mentioned already about the speed. Not speak too slow, not too fast. Sometimes if you speak too fast and the interpreter cannot follow you, meaning that they cannot translate your message to other languages, and so other people cannot catch with the thing that you already prepared and would like to tell the world. And you have to be confident. The confidence can come up with your tone and voice also. So not too soft and not too hard. And other thing that you have to practice is the language, especially number, pronunciation, and abbreviation. There was a time that I have to deliver the intervention at the regional committee meeting. And in that intervention, it said that Thailand would like to contribute and then the amount of money to the regional office. And what I have to do is that I have to write how to pronounce that in Thai to make sure that I can read it correctly. Because if is it actually to $20,000 and I read $200,000. So that would be a big problem, right? So this is the key information that you have to make sure that it's the correct one and people can hear it properly. I'm sure that sometimes as a novice or even the experienced one, there's sometimes we have the panic attack. So take a deep breath and sip a glass of water and it should be better. So in summary, we have to know or understand what to deliver, what's our position, what are the key message, what are the issue that we would like to add in our intervention, and how to deliver in the intervention in terms of time, how long, how many minutes do we have, voice and tone. And the content must be well researched and evidence-based and short, clear, and precise sentences. And as well as during the meeting, you have to listen carefully and take note, and also do the stakeholder analysis, who pro and who against. Speaking with a clear flow and read out loud with confidence. And the most important thing is practice and practice and practice. So I have some examples of intervention made by Thai delegate. From all the examples that you have seen, these are the member state intervention or the single state intervention. There are another type of the intervention is a group intervention. For example, by region, we call that regional one voice. For the Southeast Asia region, we usually have the agreement or consult among the member states within the region, which agenda will have the regional one voice. So at the and the group intervention will get 4 minutes, while the member state statement actually they get 3 minutes, but for Thai delegate we limit to 2 minutes only.